Hi everyone, my name is Chris and I'm making a video game. Welcome to episode 4 of my dev diary for Project Husky. This sprint I implemented a messaging system, added our first player HUD element, some simple AI, and added the ability for the player to take damage, die, and restart the game. First up, messaging. So this was lent to me by my friend and fellow developer Kieran from KestCast. He's also making a game and does weekly dev streams on Twitch. For those interested in seeing the dev process live, check out his stream. There's a link in the description. The messaging system allows different parts of the game to notify each other about things that have occurred. The way it works is like subscribing to a mailing list. The component registers its interest in the player's health and well-being, and the messaging system adds it to the subscribers list. Then any time the player's health changes, the messaging system is notified, and it sends out a mass mailing to all its subscribers. I also spent some time working on some simple AI for the creatures. This sprint I created 2 variants. The easiest one to implement simply scans its surroundings for the player. If the player is found, it heads directly towards the player's current position. The problem is it doesn't consider line of sight, so it can see the player through walls, and once triggered it always knows the player's current whereabouts. Fortunately they are pretty stupid and get caught on terrain quite easily. Next, I created a modified version that respects line of sight. I use the same trigger to determine if the player is near, but then perform a ray cast directly at the player and check if there are any obstacles between the creature and the player. This is fairly easy to do in Unity by making sure all game objects that block line of sight are on the same layer, and then use a layer mask in the raycast call to exclude all other layers. I extended the chase logic of the AI to always move to the player's last known position, rather than the current position, which means it's possible to escape from the AI if you can hide quickly enough. From this basic implementation we can extend it in future sprints with more sophisticated behaviour, such as searching for the player when they lose them, and making use of navigation aids, such as nav meshes or A-star searches, to assist them in moving around the game world. Finally, I added a handler for the player died message that the health component now raises. It's really just a crude proof of concept, but it's a first step towards creating the typical game management experience people expect. For example, start menu, save games, option screens, etc. That's it for this fortnight. In the next sprint I will expand the enemy AI system to be smarter and include more interesting tactics, and I will be adding the ability for the player to attack back. See you next time.